Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 310. Now today, the collectible of the day is the Hasbro Toys Marvel Legends Retro Collection Spider-Man Series Marvel's Black Cat action figure. A tribute to the history of Marvel superheroes, the Retro 6-inch collection features core characters with retro packaging and design. Marvel's Black Cat is the most confident, cunning burglar in the world. Donning the Black Cat costume and mask, heiress Felicia Hardy changes into her superhero persona and prowls the streets with Spider-Man by her side. This 6-inch scale Marvel Legends figure features multiple points of articulation, classic-inspired details, and comes in the vintage-style Spider-Man packaging. Box includes Black Cat action figure, Black Feline figurine, and her trademark whip, released by Hasbro Toys. Now the comic of the day is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 75, with the cover date of February 1983, with story by Bill Mantlo, art by Al Milgrom, and cover by Al Milgrom. This was a special double-sized issue titled Wild Beasts. Much to Spider-Man's amazement, the Black Cat is still alive. However, when she attempts to be too intimate, he demands to know how she cheated death. They recount the previous encounter when Spider-Man thought his webbing had left her to drown while he was trying to catch her, because he had Dean DeWolf get a pardon for her past crimes. Black Cat explains that she managed to cheat death because Spider-Man's webbing was stuck to her costume and not her, and that while she was sinking into the water, she managed to strip off her uniform, but she was rescued by minions of Dr. Octopus. She explains that Octavius would not let her go, and suggests he had a thing for her. She then tells Spidey that Octopus had her go out and steal a device from the Kingpin so that he could prove that he is the most dangerous criminal ever. When she explains she has no intentions of returning it to Dr. Octopus, she has come to ask Spider-Man for protection and to take her on as a lover. Peter mulls this over, considering all the women in his life and how they've been affected by his dual life as Spider-Man, and how he can juggle his schooling if he's out moonlighting with the former cat burglar. Deciding to take the risk, Spider-Man agrees to start dating her and they swing off. Leading Spider-Man to her posh apartment, Spider-Man decides to take the device back to the Kingpin. However, the Black Cat convinces him to stick around for some relaxation. As she walks to the bathroom to slip into something more comfortable, they are suddenly attacked by Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus demands the activator in exchange for the Black Cat's life. However, Spider-Man refuses to give it up and attacks the villain directly. While Black Cat eventually gets free, Spider-Man is constantly trying to save her from injury, and ultimately Dr. Octopus gets away with both the Black Cat as his prisoner and the activator, escaping in a helicopter that's waiting for him outside. Determined to know what it is that Dr. Octopus is up to, Spider-Man goes to Kingpin's office tower and fights off his henchmen. Confronting the crime boss, Kingpin agrees to tell Spider-Man what he wishes to know. The Kingpin is afraid of what Dr. Octopus might do with the activator, which is a key component for a neutron bomb. He explains that while the Owl was intending to use such a bomb to extort the city out of money, Dr. Octopus intends to detonate the bomb in New York as part of some deranged revenge scheme. The Kingpin then suggests that since the Owl has the bomb itself, that Dr. Octopus will likely attack the Owl's lair next. Sure enough, the Owl's headquarters is attacked by Dr. Octopus and his minions, carrying the Black Cat in tow as his prisoner. As Spider-Man arrives, he's bombarded by the minions of both the Owl and Dr. Octopus, while the two villains duke it out with each other. The owl tries to defeat Dr. Octopus in combat, but despite the fact that Octopus only has 3 of his mechanical arms free, he has to retreat from the fight. Trying to draw out his opponent, Octopus drops the activator, making the owl to break his cover to retrieve it. This plays into Dr. Octopus's hands, and he uses his free arms to grab his foe, destroys his claws, glider cape, and disables the leg braces that allows the owl to walk. Meanwhile, Spider-Man manages to break free of the army of hired criminals and goes after the owl and Dr. Octopus. Finding the defeated owl, Spider-Man moves onward and sees that Felicia has recaptured the activator and gotten free of Dr. Octopus's grip. Spider-Man joins the fight. However, during the struggle, the Black Cat gets battered around like a rag doll, suffering severe injuries. Octavius regains the activator and is just about to insert it into the neutron bomb when Spider-Man pulls him away and rips off Otto's mechanical arms. Due to his link to the mechanical appendages, Octavius screams in pain and passes out. Noticing that Felicia is injured, Spider-Man comes to her side and vows that no one will keep him from her again, and they decide to spend the few moments of rest together. Geek Fact: Black Cat explains in this issue how she managed to cheat death following her disappearance in Amazing Spider-Man issue number 227, with the cover date of April 1982. Bonus Geek Fact: In this issue, Spider-Man thinks of all the women that have left him over the years. Gwen Stacy was killed in Amazing Spider-Man issue number 121 during a battle between Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. In the previous issue, Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 74, Deborah Whitman had a mental breakdown and ended up returning home. Mary Jane Watson broke up with Peter in Amazing Spider-Man issue number 183 after he proposed to her. Ouch! And he thinks often of Dagger as well, but they have yet to come to a romantic relationship. Another bonus geek fact: Dr. Otto Octavius, better known as Dr. Octopus, is a highly intelligent and prideful scientist. During an atomic research project, his body was fused to 4 tentacle-like arms, also causing him brain damage that turned him into a criminal. His first appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 3, with the cover date of July 1963. And final geek fact: as mentioned earlier, Black Cat's real name is Felicia Hardy. Her father, Walter Hardy, was a world-renowned cat burglar who, before his arrest, encouraged his daughter to never settle for second best. Her first appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 194, with the cover date of July 1979. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.